Have you wondered to yourself, what are the benefits of incorporating mindfulness into your daily routines? Well, that's a great question, because incorporating mindfulness into your routines, in other words, routines are the framework to attach your mindfulness practices, are a great way to solve the number one problem that many people have, which is they don't have time. By doing this, instead of making time for mindfulness, mindfulness lives inside what you already do. In this video, I will share why routines are the solution to reaping the benefits of mindfulness practices, how you can use this concept within the framework of 3 windows, what practice actually means and a myth around that, including how you can tap into the benefits of the compounding effect, and finally, common things that get in the way and what you can do about them. So let's get started. What mindfulness in daily life can look like is not about clearing your mind or setting an hour aside to sit in silence. Think of it instead as informal practices that enhances your day-to-day, that is part of an ongoing lifestyle instead of a separate task. When you think about it being connected to everything that you do, it becomes a realistic pursuit. Why routines as the delivery mechanism? Because routines make it easier. From the research of habit science, behaviors that attach to existing anchors, the things that you already do, makes it more likely for a habit to stick, something called habit stacking. And this is a powerful tool. You already have a routine in your day, and now how do we simply attach mindfulness practices to be a natural part of it? And by doing these small actions every day, it helps your brain build the networks to be able to benefit further from this regular practice. I certainly see this in my mindfulness research, where people who start to incorporate mindfulness practices, so these informal mindfulness practices, into their daily routine, are more likely to be successful in sustaining this in the longer term. Here are 3 windows in the day for you to consider how you can incorporate this, personalize it to your own life. Window number 1, the morning, to set the tone. Here are some examples. Before you check your phone in the morning, take 1 breath. Allow your body to settle and then look at the phone. As you're having your morning cup of tea or coffee, notice the weight of the mug in your hands, the temperature, the smells, and the sensations as you're having your drink. Or perhaps when you're showering in the morning or brushing your teeth, notice the sensation of that activity, how your body's feeling, your mood, and the intentions you would like to set for the day. Perhaps asking yourself what matters most for today. By doing this, you are able to more consciously set the tone for what follows for the rest of the day. Window number 2, micro moments throughout the day. Think of some of these things I will share with you now as a menu of options. You don't have to do everything like a checklist. Consider which ones would work well for you. Transitions. Consider the transitions from one activity to the next when you're doing it day to day. From one email to the next email. From one meeting to the next meeting. How can you create a moment of transition so that you can clear your mind from the last task before you move on to the next one? An example could be just closing your eyes, taking a breath in and all the way out, noticing the sensations of your body, and deciding with the completion of the last task, anything else you need to work on or decide on or write down before you move on fully to the next task. Or use sensory anchors. During the day, create micro moments of noticing the sensations around you. From what you're seeing, looking at the number of colors and shapes around you, noticing the sensations of your body as you're sitting or moving in that space, and the sounds around you. Taking a moment to anchor to the present moment, the sensation of your feet, your hands, and if you're sitting, your body sitting. And should you notice a particular area of the body being tense or holding on stress, that could be your body speaking to you. The question is, are you listening? Noticing a sensation of stress, for example, at the shoulders or the neck, which is quite a common thing, it may be helpful to allow yourself to notice it and encourage a gentle softening to it, if possible. Other mindful activities during the micro moments of your day include when you're having your meal. It could be mindfulness for the whole meal, or you may decide to take a mindful bite, really tasting each bite and noticing how that changes with each chew. Or walking, mindful walking whilst you're in between tasks, or you're going from your desk to take your bathroom break. Those micro moments of mindfulness practices. And the science shows that incorporating mindful micro moments can have a beneficial cumulative effect on your body's stress response. So instead of thinking of these micro moments as breaks, think of it as opportunities for recovery. So these aren't just breaks in your day, these are actually opportunities for recovery. Window number 3, the evening. It's time to unwind, to shift out on doing, to just unwinding and being. A wonderful way to tap into the evening window is to create a little wind down routine that further enhances your sleep. Examples could include taking 3 very slow, long breaths as you are laying in bed and settling your body. It could be a brief gratitude reflection practice as you're settling into bed, taking a moment to consider the events of the day and think of 3 things that you're grateful for. Or even a gentle stretching as you breathe into the stretching muscles as a wonderful routine to wind down your brain and your body to prepare for a restful night's sleep. So this evening window isn't just about better sleep. It's also an opportunity to start to process the events of the day to allow your body to be more at rest in the night. These are examples of informal practices. There are more formal practices where one could set aside time to do specific mindfulness practices for a dedicated period, for example, 15 to 20 minutes. And that is something you can certainly build in as well if you are interested. The reason for this video is to encourage you to consider the informal practices that you can very easily incorporate into your day-to-day. Now let's talk about the myth. The myth is that there is a perfect practice. There is no perfect practice. The process is the goal. The word practice in itself implies that this is an opportunity to show up, to learn, to hone, and to benefit from the doing. That is where growth happens. Consistency beats perfection every time. Doing something 2 minutes a day consistently beats doing 30 minutes occasionally. And as I share in my book, Mindfulness for Brain Health, learning anything new takes commitment and effort. Mindfulness can be a natural way of life by simply inviting it into your day. I mean, think about it. You don't brush your teeth perfectly every time. You just do it consistently every day, or hopefully twice a day. And mindfulness works that same way. How would you feel the compounding of this as a regular practice? Initially, in the first couple of weeks, it may feel effortful, and as the weeks progress, it will feel much more natural. And in fact, you may even anticipate it, creating that anticipation dopamine benefit of doing a practice. What are the common things that get in the way? I forgot. Very common. The answer to that is attach the habit to an existing anchor. For example, whenever I sit down to have my morning cup of tea, I will take a moment to do a mindful practice of noticing my breath, noticing my surroundings. And if you have a lovely garden, that's a wonderful way to observe plants in front of you as well. Or, I don't have time. We covered this. Doing 2 minutes consistently is much more beneficial than doing 20 minutes inconsistently. Another one, my mind wanders too much. Well, that is the practice. You're doing it right. The moments of noticing your mind wandering and coming back to your mindfulness practice is part of the practice. So the question to you now is, which part of the 3 windows would you want to start to attach a mindfulness practice into your routine? So remember, think of the routine and build on it from there. In the next video, I'll share what to do when life gets messy, specific techniques for the difficult moments when you need mindfulness the most.